Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I thought I would do a little Sketchtember with you. I am using the Midori MD notebook, which you don't have to use anything this fancy at all. We get so much junk mail we can't opt out of with the return envelopes because we pay all our bills online that you could literally practice Sketchtember just using return envelopes. Any paper will work. These are just studies, these are just sketches, these don't have to be finished things. I think that's the beauty of Sketchtember, is it's just for sketching and working on strengths and weaknesses and just trying to master new things. So currently I am studying bats and bats in flight because I can't figure out a better way to learn how to draw dragon wings. And I thought that bats in flight would translate well. I thought that would make sense. The pencil I'm using is a Mitsubishi Uni HB, which feels a little bit darker than regular HBs, but it's incredibly smooth. And the eraser I'm still waiting to review because I'm still using it is the Mono Zero. This is the very teeny tiny one, and once I use up one whole eraser I'll do a review because I definitely have thoughts and opinions about this, but I love the idea of such a fine tipped eraser for artists and creators. So I still have a little bit left of this one. And I am on YouTube and I found this video called Bats Take Flight. And I'm playing it at a quarter speed and then pausing portions because I'm just not a fast sketcher and I really want to get down the shapes and the bones and the angles of the wings so I can get better at dragons, because I'm horrible at dragons and I don't understand the wings. And when I got to show you my sketchbook tour for Smogust, which is the drawing challenge in the month of August, to draw a dragon every day, just be gentle with me. I'm learning. So I thought we could learn together. I'm going to link this video down below, these products, anything you're interested in. I contemplated doing Sketchtember, which is a sketch every day in the month of September, using a Copic multiliner. This is the warm gray. It looks just like a pencil on paper. And I thought, you know, if I do it in pen, I will never be tempted to erase. And that'll be super accountable and that will be that. But if I do it in pen, I can't work with values and highlights. And I bought a bunch of paper stubs and tortillions to work on value and shading and shape and all that. And my cat is eating in the background. She is stealing the other cat's food because that's what they do to each other in mutual agreement. So I've already done a couple pages because I recorded this video once prior and it turned out to be blurry because that's just how I am. And so I'm very much trying to get this in view and focus so you can see the bat flapping its wings. Now I have some digital books from the library as well. I found a cool one it's called an Atlas of Animal Anatomy for Artists, and that is copyright in 1949. So that's a little bit older, but it has a lion in there that's kind of interesting broken down. And I just thought, let's do, oh, and the wings are going back up. Okay, I'll link this video if you want to follow along and join me. I mean, everybody has their own things they're working on. If you're working on just sketching, like urban sketching, sketching your neighborhood, then maybe practicing perspective and foreground, background, light, figuring out where the light comes from and how that bounces off different architectural structures and shapes. I mean, using Sketchtember just for light in general is always a good idea. Let's see. Oh, and there's a couple little ears popping out. How cute is that? But basically, I'm just trying to figure out wings because I have no idea about them. And certain portions of a bat in flight just don't even look real. I'm trying to get 4 a page. I'm doing this kind of larger than I would typically do, just because I want you to be able to see this on camera. But this paper is thin, so there is ghosting from the previous page. But I just love the smoothness of it. But I mean, you could practice on printer paper, the cheapest paper possible. This is just sketches and studies. I really want to work on more technical anatomy for motion, like legs in motion, legs jumping when it comes to drawing animals. I think I like doing portraits and I like doing animals. Animals are my favorite. Animal babies. Let's see. And then the wings come back up. Bats are pretty cool. There's a bunch of conservancy folks here on YouTube doing cool things, rescuing. People who rescue and save animals are my favorite people. And my husband and I talked about at one point, because of the pandemic, we used to volunteer at the local animal shelter. All 5 of us, we took our 3 kids as well, and they were also volunteers. And we would socialize cats and kittens, and we would walk the dogs and make sure everybody got exercise and stuff. And when there's our dog, and when the pandemic really got bad and the shelter was like, okay, we need folks to foster, I was like, husband, we should foster. And he's like, should we? And I'm like, oh my God, we would never give the animal back. And he's like, no, we wouldn't be able to return the animal, and we would end up with all the animals. And I'm like, yeah, that's all the animals sounds like a lot. That sounds like a high quantity. So we opted for not fostering, but we would like to go ahead and take this opportunity to thank folks that are fostering animals at this point at the pandemic, for folks who still trying to help out the local shelters and stuff. We just donate money at this point, and then whenever there's a natural disaster, we make sure to find the local animal shelter in that area and donate, so they have money. That's interesting. The nose peeks out of the last wing. What an interesting motion. And I'm playing this at a 1/4 speed, but I'm pausing it because I don't draw that fast. I don't sketch that fast. I'm really trying to figure out the shape and form. So I'm just not, 1/4 speed is still too quick for me. But if you're just going for quick shapes, maybe not pause it. And you'll just get the general form and idea. There's a bunch of really cool places right now where people are dressing up in snug outfits to help folks with anatomy drawing and poses. And I have a bunch of those resources linked on my Pinterest, because Pinterest is free and it's just easier to organize things there. And so I'll link my Pinterest for reference if you want to do anatomy when it comes to people, because that's also fun. And look at the leg hanging out. Wow. What a cool animal pose. Okay. Whoa. It moves so fast. They put all these, this video, I'll link this video, they put all these sensors on the bat's wing, on both the wings, so they can sort of see what this bat is doing. And it is incredible. Look at their little stick leg. Their legs make me laugh. I can't, because this is such like majestic looking, and then you look at the little tiny legs, itty bitty legs, and then they watch them take off, and that is something else entirely. But I figured this was the best way to get better at dragons and dragon wings, would be to study bats. But maybe other birds as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the best animal is for that. Oh my gosh. They have such cool Cool body shapes. And I'm not doing value or shading with these ones. I just want to get the general like wing, what the wings are doing, because I just don't know what wings do and wing shapes. He's a beefy. Works out. What a cutie. All right, I hope this video gave you some ideas. I hope it inspired you just to pick up a pencil and just sketch. Sketchtember is just a sketch every day in the month of September. Even if you do one tiny one, at the end of the month you'll have 30. So maybe study one thing, maybe study something different. You know, maybe work on color combinations. Like grab 3 colors and see how they look together, and do little dots of color combos and see what you enjoy and what you like, just so you have a color combo reference for when you're putting together other projects. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.